Hi, welcome at this broadcast. Today I have planned to talk a little bit more about lesson 3 of the startup course of No Limit Parenting that I shared with you last week. And I promised you to go live 3 times to give you some more information about this course and about the 3 lessons. But as things happen with busy moms, I got distracted last week a couple of times, so I still needed to do the broadcast on lesson 3, and that's what I'm doing now. I hope you can hear me because I'm sitting in my garden right now here in Sydney, and the crickets are really going crazy. I'm not sure if you can hear that behind me, but I will just keep on talking. If you're new to me, my name is Monique Dahl. I'm the author of No Limit Parenting, Do What You Love and Inspire Your Children. And it's my mission and my passion to help ambitious women entrepreneurs bring their businesses and their families to the next level. And I do that by private coaching, through signature online group programs, and also by organizing events all around the world. And last week I decided to share for free, it's a one-time offer, my 3-part startup course, which is connected to the topics I go through in my online program, No Limit Parenting. And that's a program that's all about mindset, shifting perspective. If you want to change your life, you need to change yourself, right? And it's my belief, my firm belief, that by living your full potential and really go after your dreams and desires, you are the best mom you can be for your children as well. And that's what No Limit Parenting is all about. So work on yourself, on your personal development, and along the way, pass these lessons on to your children. Because unfortunately, in schools, children don't often learn anything about the power of your thoughts, the importance of your mindset, and to help them develop a positive growth mindset and positive attitude, outlook in life. So that is something that we as moms can show them how to do it and add our value at home to their education. And in the first lesson that we discussed last week, we were talking about the power of our thinking and to become aware of this inner dialogue, because especially children are very aware and very sensitive to what we are thinking and what we are saying to ourselves and to them. And our inner dialogue often becomes theirs as well. And that is not always a good thing. We talked about that last week. I hope you enjoyed that lesson and also became aware of your personal inner dialogue. The second lesson was about the flow of trust in parenting. Often we guide our children as much as we want them to thrive in life and to become self-reliant and confident. We can tend to overprotect them and to guide them from a place of fear, actually. And in lesson 2, I tried to shift that and to show you how powerful the flow of trust is. Trust, building a foundation of trust is very important in every family, and to get this grounded feeling in your child to really explore the world and try to new things and not being afraid of making mistakes. You need that sense of safety, and children pick that up in the family where they grow up. So building a foundation of trust within your family and in your parenting style is very important, and we cover that in the second lesson of this startup course. And today, as promised, I will talk a little bit about lesson number 3, which is called Discover the Art of Manifesting Your Dream Life. And some people are feeling this resistance when I say this, because they maybe think they are not deserving of having a dream life, or they think they're not capable to create their dream life. And in this third lesson, I will give some tips on how to get out that mode of thinking that creating your dream life is something that's not for you, or it's not something you can do, because you can. And it goes back to the power of your mind, but there are also some other rituals, tools that I share with you in this third lesson. And actually, I'm curious to know from you what the word manifesting means to you, if you're familiar with this word. Because for me, manifesting is all about to create the physical form in your life, which was first only existed in your imagination. In one of his talks, Jim Rohn says, actually you experience everything twice, first in your imagination and then for real. And manifesting for me is creating that realness by doing the work up here first. But some people think manifesting is all about hard work and effort. And of course, no change without inspired action. But there is also a lot of power in getting better actually at receiving. So manifesting is not only something you can manage to do by pushing through and by putting in a lot of effort and hard work. On the contrary, manifesting is a lot about having trust in the flow of life, believe that the universe always got your back, and your ability to stay open and connected and receive what life got in store for you, and to expect actually that is always the best thing for you to happen. So life is happening for you and not to you. So what are these tools that I explained further in lesson 3? And if you are not on my list, you didn't receive it, but just pop me a message below, because I can send them as well to you, because people on my list received 3 wonderful workbooks that come with this startup course, and also 3 audio recordings where I guide you through the workbook. So if you didn't receive that and you would love to have that, please put your name and your comment below, and I'll send you a PM with all the information on how to get those 3 workbooks with the accompanying audio recordings. So in this third lesson, it was about manifesting. And I want to share some basic principles with you. As I said, it's not about making the effort all the time. And if you're here and see a couple of people here now, please write something in the comments so we can see where you're from and who is watching this broadcast. But also, if you watch the recording, please drop your questions or insights below. I would love to see them appear. One important, actually the basic of creating your dream life, as I said, it's all about receiving and feel that you really deserve to have a great life. And this has everything to do with nourishing and developing a sense of true love for yourself. So loving and appreciating yourself actually is the main foundation of creating or manifesting your dream life. So you see, that's not hard work. That's actually something really soft and sweet for yourself, to tap into that loving feeling for yourself, who you are with all your flaws and your strengths. Another foundation of manifesting is being grateful. We take so many things for granted, but every day there's so much to be very grateful for. No matter where you are right now or in what situation you are, there are always things to be very grateful for, whether it's your health, the place that you live, the sun that's coming up, children having fun. There are always things to be grateful for, and to cultivate that feeling of gratitude is really, really a good way to manifest more to be grateful for, because everything you send out comes back to you multiplied. So loving yourself, being grateful. The other thing I already touched upon that is having this trust in the flow of life, this trust that everything works out for you all the time, because it really is. And when you are in a low right now in your life, know that there will be a solution and help is on its way all the time. This is not something I just read in books. I experienced this myself many, many times. And actually 2007, as for many of us, has been quite a bumpy year. And once again, I experienced how the universe always got your back. And if you are staying connected with your true essence, but also remind yourself that you're part of a big whole, we're all connected, we're all one, then you will always get the help that you need, even when you're in a very difficult situation. You will always do fine. And that, to develop that trust that the universe always got your back, is also a great present to give to your child. Because as I said earlier, a sense of security, a sense of safety is the foundation for each child to have this optimal development in all areas. So if you show them that you're always trusting the process, your child will watch you and will internalize that sense of trust and faith that everything will work out just fine. And that is really a wonderful gift to give to your children. Another thing of manifesting is go with the flow, go with your bliss, do what makes you happy. We are so inclined in the idea that you need to struggle to achieve your goals or to be rewarded, that you really have to fight and struggle and grind. And I just don't believe that. It's actually the opposite. When you spend more time doing the things that you really love to do, and you get in this positive flow and this positive vibration, you will effortlessly attract more abundance, more warm relationships, more loving people in your life. Because as I said, what you send out comes back to you multiplied. And when you're doing something that you really love, you will breathe this positive energy and it will come back to you. So again, manifesting is not hard work. It's actually go with the flow, be easy on yourself, and allow yourself to receive. It's a lot more about allowing and receiving and surrendering than it's about making a lot of effort. Another thing to manifest your dream life is to formulate really powerful and big goals and dreams for yourself. Oftentimes, people don't achieve their goals, and we're wondering, oh, I worked so hard, why didn't I achieve what I set as a goal for myself? And you know what? Oftentimes, we are just too modest. We ask for too little. And when your goal is actually a small goal that's not really firing you up and it's not really your true desire, but maybe a little tiny step towards your great desire, it will not inspire you to do the work and stay motivated to reach your goal. So don't be afraid to set large goals or to ask for too much, because most of the time the problem is that you ask for too little and that it's not inspiring and that it's also not true. It's not your truth. It's not something that you really want to achieve. So be honest with yourself and don't be afraid to make connections with your really big dreams, even though you might think they sound too big or too unachievable for you or a stretch too far. Just put the goal out there, because that is your true desire. And then go back to the current day and just pick up the phone and answer your mail. That's something that Louisa Hay used to say. And what she meant is, you can have this big goal, but now, in the here and now, you just do the things that are in front of you, like answering your mail or picking up the phone. Just take your consistent small steps every day, but never take your eye off that bigger vision, of that bigger desire that you might have. So these are some tips, and I give some questions in the workbook to dive even a little bit deeper for yourself. But these are a couple of guidelines and tips around manifesting your dream life. So it's not something that's not achievable for you. Anybody can do this, but it takes practice, and it takes this shift in your mindset, what I talked about earlier about. So I hope this clarifies a little bit more the workbook, if you were already started with that. And if you have any questions, please let me know. You can send me a personal message or just put your question below in the comments. I'll always get back to this page and see if there are any comments, and I will reply to them. So the noise around me is really terrible with all those crickets. I'm not sure what's going on today, but they are so noisy. I hope you could hear me well, and that you got something out of this broadcast. And I hope to see you again next week. And what are we going to do next week? So in my private group, the No Limit Parenting Revolution, next week I will start giving information, asking coaching questions, go live in my private group around the topic reflect and renew, because we're heading towards the new year, and a lot of people feel a little bit strange these last 2 weeks of the year, and it's so valuable, it's so important to reflect on what's behind us and to look forward where we want to go in 2018. And I will share a lot of tips, information on how to really look back, reflect, and release everything that can stay into 2017, and how to make an inspiring plan and formulate inspiring goals for yourself for 2018. So I hope you join us. More information in my Facebook group. So if you are interested to joining in the fun things that we are going to do upcoming 2 weeks, please join my Facebook group, No Limit Parenting Revolutions. I will put the link below, and I hope to see you there. And then we dive into, we are going to prepare ourselves in making 2018 the best year yet. Okay, hope to see you there, and don't be afraid to ask me any questions if you have them. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.